All right, I believe we are live. So, good day, ladies and gents. This is the Ecclesiarch here. Back to you with yet another card creation tournament. Of course, today I'm here with none other than your favorite, Shad. So, Shad, how's the vibe today?
Yeah, you're goddamn right. I'm your favorite. What happened to that? I wasn't even in the poll. I'm still offended, you know.
Oh!
Yes.
Yes. That there's a lot of polls as well, so yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit all over your card this time.
If there was my card.
You didn't have to tell them that.
Whoops. Hey, Transcend, how you doing, bro?
Hello.
And hello, Eager. How you doing as well? Nice to see you guys. So, yeah, always the two first on the stream, by the way. So, all right. Yeah, they're the tag team. So, gentlemen, back to basics. A little bit of a weird but very fun tournament idea. I have to actually increase your sound, Chad. I just realized.
Oh, hang on, I'm a bit far away from the mic. Maybe if I stood up.
No, it was my fault. I just realized I had your voice halved, so.
Chad is not very loud today. Yeah, that's
now he is. Anyway, so let us get to work. And Shad, I shall be starting with your card, which is the Eternity Gate. Oh my god. 5 energy, 0/20, can't attack, frontline, and sentinel. Now, I have to tell you, I do like it quite a bit for multiple reasons. This is like this huge monster you're putting down just to protect your warlord and buy a lot of time, which is very good flavor, by the way, because, I mean, you know, this is the gate that has to be breached eventually, and Sanguinius does hold it, so, you know, it's kind of flavorful in that sense, buying your warlord time until it stands, and it having Sentinel is also pretty good. Makes a lot of sense as well, because only one person was holding the Eternity Gate, so, you know, makes sense to not get any reinforcements. And in terms of balance, I also like it, actually. I'd say this is pretty good, actually. The only thing that is that I don't like that it's an epic, but with this ability set, it probably has to be.
Yeah, I did consider making it legendary because it is the Eternity Gate, but then I also considered, but a gate like that opens outwards with 2 doors, so it can be 2.
Oh my god.
Warlord. I know, right? What a nerd. Also, if you add 20 together twice, it comes up to 40. 40k. Yeah. No, it's just it's a cool idea, I think. I would like to see this, just like a giant block that just gets in the way. But the problem is it would ruin toilet shitter gameplay because they'd have to click and drag monsters to something other than the face. So
you mean too much mental load?
Mental load.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wookiee's right. It's sort of a suicide card because it can stop you from drawing forever if your opponent doesn't kill it. But the thing is, if your opponent doesn't kill it, they're not going to be able to kill you, are they?
How about this? You take Colonel Ornatov, you jam this and then give it frontline.
Already has frontline.
Yeah, but you jam it to remove the sentinel and then you give it the frontline.
Oh, smart. You can give it the jam, you can give it the frontline back. Yeah, okay.
There could be those kind of types of like funny decks there. Okay, yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. I like it.
All right, well, on to yours. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, mine.
Servo Skull. A 1/1 Mechanicum vehicle for 0 cost, which has Unstoppable and nothing else. Cute.
I mean, it's a Servo Skull, so...
Yeah. That's its job, really, isn't it? It's a 0 energy 1/1 with some minor gimmick is a thing. There's a couple like that. There's a Cultist, for example. Its gimmick is it's a Cultist, so it has Cultist synergy. There was a 1/2 civilian that drew your opponent a card, I believe. There's a couple of like that, yeah. But yeah, that seems to be the going rate. 0 energy, 1/1, minor upside. And that's what that is.
Yeah, it is what it is, basically. Oh, we have scarabs at home. Oh my god. Yeah. Scarab.
I guess it is. Yeah, sort of.
Will remind me of friggin' scarabs. Let's freaking go,
Chad. To be fair, they're not as bad as cherubs, are they? So, you know.
Right. About that, let's go to Red Butchers.
Right, Red Boot Art. So that one's yours.
Yeah, first of all, I gotta say, it looks pretty friggin' cool.
Art is
Uh,
fantastic.
yeah, that's like really good. So 8 energy, 8/6. Makes a lot of sense. Has to have more attack, obviously. It's a friggin' World Eater. And it comes with a flank and berserk with Bloodthirst. So this is technically like this is a removal card, right? You play this most cases to remove something, and you're kind of forced to attack as well. So you're really not gonna be able to throw this down and try to combo it with something like invisibility or so on, because it just has to attack, which makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, it's very lore friendly in that sense. So it's pretty good. It's if it survives, probably is gonna have low HP, but if the enemy warlord has to hit it, they're gonna suffer because the 8 damage is insane. What do you think, Shad?
I like the card, but I don't like the flavor quite as much. It's always a little strange when something big and heavy and lumbering ends up with flank.
Because
So
it's Terminator, right?
Terminators and Dreadnoughts, yeah, that's Cataphractii as well, so the heavy variant. But it's not an insurmountable choice. I mean, they can teleport, they can deep strike. There's options. So yeah, it's a card I'd like to see. Pretty interesting to use as a sort of heavy Astartes finisher removal piece. Again, also the attack being higher than the health feels a bit strange for the armor type, but it's World Eaters. There you can do that. Also, slight formatting issue. Usually keywords are put in alphabetical order, so Berserk should be ahead on top of Bloodthirst, but very minor thing. Yeah, it's pretty good. I quite like it. I'm surprised at how evocative the designs are actually looking through them, because I mean, I'm the one who suggested this design brief, but even I was thinking like, oh, this one's a bit experimental. This could be a disaster. Everything could be really boring because there's just keywords. But there's some really interesting ideas in here, and like the idea of just like an absolutely frothing at the mouth nuts berserker just shredding his way through and doing a shit ton of damage from berserkers. It's simple, but it does make a lot of sense. Anyway, sorry, rant aside. I like it. Hey, me next?
Yes, it is, sir.
Woo. Now, this is someone who made something very inventive with just keywords. Scrapcode Daemonica. A 3 plasma, not 3 energy,
Ooh.
1 Night House's demon. It has a reflection, maintenance 1, flank, and ordnance 3. Huh. Wow. That's a weird one. So you don't want it lasting, you don't want it living around, because the maintenance is going to hurt you more than just having a 1-2 on the field will most of the time. So it's basically a very weird, inefficient, energy-based removal piece, but it is free. It doesn't cost you any energy, so there is definitely a niche for this. This would be a useful tool to have, maybe as one of in a control knight deck.
Against
And
Titans, it could be really good.
I was going to say, yeah, the fact that it absolutely bodies Titans is just a nice benefit as well, especially considering Titans usually completely demolish Night House decks, don't they, in matchups?
Yes.
I haven't played that matchup in so long, I can't remember. It's like neither Knights nor Titan Legions turn up in Legacy mode, and I barely play Standard anymore, so... But, yeah, it's very inventive.
Oh, by the way, for whoever is asking, that's a Black Legion Terminator, and it's gonna stay on the screen until Evergill gives it armor. Yeah, chat. Continue.
Based. I don't know. Maybe if reflection might be too much. This is it's very inventive and unique. I worry if it's too inventive and unique. That's all. Also, the maintenance and the plasma together is a bit strange. Like I think I prefer one or the other personally. Like it doesn't need the maintenance. If one of these sticks around on the board already, what's it going to do? It's a 1-2. It doesn't matter. You don't want it sticking around anyway. But yeah, it's very interesting and very unique. I've not really seen many people use plasma in the energy cost like that, especially paired with reflection, where it essentially becomes kind of like the Gatling blaster that you can just keep firing until you run out of targets. It's cool. All right, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the same. It's pretty inventive. That's for sure. It could have a pretty good place in certain decks, especially versus Titans, which is a very tough matchup.
I
overall
like the use of
for.
ordnance as well. No one, EG haven't done it yet, but putting just ordnance like flat on a card is theoretically possible and has been done here, and it's quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, you just give it ordnance, and it's just gonna be destructive in that sense, right? So yeah, I'd say it's pretty
it's
good.
very intuitive. It's very intuitive, isn't it? Everyone understands intuitively what it's supposed to do. All right, yours.
Oh, what the? Okay, so Dreagher the Unifier, and nothing unifies like a cleave, right? So 5 energy, 4/5, legendary, of course. Cleave 2, Rage gains Cleave 2, Savage gains Cleave 2, Battle Honor, Requiem, Courage, Quest, Relentless, Streak, Resolution, Perfection. Wow. I mean,
cleave.
that is a lot of cleave. So that will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh my god. But problem is, it's never gonna survive.
Well, the other problem is that it's illegal.
Because it has the word gain.
Yeah, no, that was intentional. You weren't supposed to use those. Otherwise, it just turned into like another, using keywords and put whatever you want after the keyword. It would have been no different from a normal card competition. But yeah, it's just a meme, so it's fine.
Let's just move on. Hey, Taiga, yeah. I believe it was, yeah. I don't know which one is yours, but I remember, which one is yours, but we'll take a look. Oh, okay.
Pile of Rotting Corpses, 4 energy rare Death Guard structure, 115. God damn, that's a beefy boy. Can't attack, frontline, poisonous 1, and poison 5. So it comes into play already poisoned. That's which is it decaying, and that's perfectly the right amount for it to die over a very long period of time as well. Oh man, I love this. The only thing is, it feels so weird. It shouldn't be a rare, but I'm assuming you made it rare because you wanted it to be green to match the color palette, which valid.
1 second, I'm checking something.
I don't have much else to say to this. This is just really cool. I really, really like it.
Yeah, Tyke, I've checked and it's there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, pile of rotting corpses. 4 energy, 115, right? Oh my god. That is nutty. Can't attack, frontline, poison. Oh my. I dig the idea, by the way.
Self-poisoned troops.
Yeah, I think it is pretty good because if you think about it technically, like it's already poisoned. It's slowly going to, start dying because it's rotting, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
Really like that.
I think it's very creative, actually.
Yes, I agree. The only my only quibble is that it doesn't feel like a rare because it's quite complicated and weird.
That is true. Ooh, there it is. Speaking of which, Taiga, this is the correct one, right? If this is not the correct one, let me know. So, Osmosor Kaspor, Saturnine Commander. Okay, 7 energy, 8/6 Raven Guard, Saturnine Termi, with frontline and shield, but also stealth. So that is a nasty boy right there. Only the Raven Guard will be able to pull something like this off. Because you cannot imagine a Terminator going stealth unless it's Raven Guard or maybe Alpha Legion, right? So it's
motherfucker.
Yeah, they just don't care. I like the art, by the way. It's kind of looks like a bit of a comic type. I do like that. It is quite a bit scary though, actually. So it's a 7 energy 8/6. That's a lot of damage to the face while also being free. The only thing that's happening there is that like something to consider, is that it's not acting as a front line until it appears, right?
I actually quite like that. I find that interesting. It's an interesting combination of mechanics.
Ooh. I do like it. It's pretty interesting in its own way. I think it's a little bit too strong, but I do think it's good. What do you think, Shad?
No, I think it's about right, to be honest, because you can't immediately leverage the front line, and the shield, while it seems powerful, it's basically just a fancy way of like an existing card they already have, which is was it the 5 energy 4/4 ambush gain sneak attack for the turn? Like
I see what you mean.
that's the same, yeah, it's the same functionality, doesn't it? I mean, this thing is a little bit more aggressively statted compared to that for its cost, and but like, you know, it's 7 energy. You have to, like, stats don't scale linearly with cost. You have to become exponentially more powerful as the cost increases because of the opportunity cost that you're
That is
taking of
very
including
true.
a heavy and expensive troop. So yeah, I like it. The only thing I don't like is the attack and health being higher attack than higher health. Again, feels weird. That is the heaviest pattern of Terminator armor. That's, you know, but then he does have a shield to compensate for it. So
I mean, to
yeah,
be honest, the only thing I can say in that sense is that Everguild have started to pull that lately. Higher attack Terminators, so doesn't break EG rules, technically.
yeah, it's not like a hard rule. It's just flavor wise. Usually it feels a little off, but you know, Everguild, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it sticks with the Everguild, it sticks with the rules.
Yeah. Also, the alphabetical frontline keywords and all that, they're not in the right order. But I'm not going to call that out each time because there's going to be a lot of instances of that. So that last time I mentioned it, it's not a big deal. All right, mine, I believe.
Yes.
Right, fourfold chosen, 4 energy 4/4 chaos infantry is
Hmm.
poisonous 1, flank, berserk, and unstoppable.
That's
I
pretty
see.
cool.
I get where you're going with that. Each one of those represents a different chaos god.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. Although berserk is only negative rather than positive. Maybe that one should have been bloodthirst. But uh,
This is pretty damn good. I actually like it quite a bit.
it would probably be too strong with bloodthirst, wouldn't it? Though, because it's got the flank on top. That would just be a better Vorax. And Vorax was already good enough. As is though, a 4 energy 4/4 flanker. It's good rate. It's neutral, so definitely slot its way into a few decks. But I like that because again, most neutrals are so dog shit these days that they're just not worth using in any deck. This way, what's essentially a 5/4 unstoppable flanker, it's a bit above rate for sure, but you're sacrificing some synergy potential since lots of decks, lots of factions these days have a Starties synergy or generating them, or so yeah, it's a little pushed, but I do like it. I like the flavor behind it. I think I get that the fact that it costs 4 is really nice, but it also feels like you're kind of cramming a lot into a card here that maybe it shouldn't have been quite that pushed. If you allowed it to be like 5 or 6 energy, then maybe it could have been allowed to have Bloodthirst instead of Berserk, which would have been a better mechanic for Khorne probably. But like, damn, it's cool. Or you know what? It could have had Cleave 1 actually. That would have been a good Khornate mechanic as well. Which
All
would have
right
worked
then.
very poisonous anyway. But yes, yeah, they're very,
I
very.
like it, as I said. Like, it's pretty.
Also, the keywords aren't all on different lines, but EG don't always do that. But if you are going to have keywords on the same line, you do need to differentiate them with commas. So.
That one actually makes sense. Yeah. Well, honestly, I quite like it. As it's already been noted in the chat. Currently, we only have one flanker with Bloodthirst, and it has 3 HP, even at higher cost. So it would be very
Yeah,
dangerous
but
to have this like at that.
no, because that's a modern replacement for Vorax, and I think it's called Ursarax or something. The point is, it's shit. Like the fact that you don't need to balance to bad cards. If the card is unplayable, then you don't need to consider that.
No, it's not. I always play it for my Mechanicus mission.
Well, Mechanicus mission. Like, does anyone play that in neutral? It's like
Oh,
you
you
just play.
play it on the Black Shields guy.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a legacy deck
Ervan.
for them. Eredvan. I also have Vincente 6. He's a really good commander, but he's in legacy as well. And you can do a White Scars deck. Everything else, don't bother. But yeah, so you don't need to balance to bad cards. Like Vorax is the one I'm comparing it to, and I think that's a fair comparison because that's a much better card, pound for pound. Anyway, yours, I believe.
Main hideout holdout location. 9 energy, 5/8 Imperial Army common. Can't attack, ward and front line. Okay. And it's yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is basically like a big front line with a ward that you can drop at 9 energy. It could be actually pretty good, if you think about it, because this is still pretty annoying to remove. Because it has ward, it does have a front line as well on top of that. So maybe like in Desperate Defense or Heavy Control decks, it could actually work. Or anything that could buff its stats is also huge.
It's just very overcosted is the problem as well.
You'd make it cheaper?
Yeah.
That's a
7 energy probably. Yeah. But one of the most of the issues I have with it is it feels a bit sloppy in a lot of areas. Like the rarity is too low for all the effects it has. The cost is too high. The art is badly cropped. Ward doesn't really belong on a neutral unit like this. I mean, I wish EG hadn't done it this way, but the way that they used ward and flavored it is it's mystical protection. It's not like some
Is
kind
it though?
of... Yes. I mean, well, can you show me an example it isn't?
Let me think about it actually.
It's always psychers or demons.
Psychers
or,
or demons or space wolves, right?
Yeah. Well, the space wolves were his like budget demon hunters for the Horus Heresy, weren't they?
Not that there's Pyramid of Photep, but that's also a psychic thing because it's Thousand Suns. Yeah, probably not, actually, now that I think about it.
I think there's a few things in like Titan Legions, but that's all the Chaos side, so they're all evil and doing like hopped up on Chaos Roid juice as well. So yeah. I wish they hadn't done that, but they had. So my suggestion for that, I like the card's concept. Don't take the ward away. Just all you need to do to fix it is change the flavor. So during the Horus Heresy, the Siege of Terror, a big part of the defenses was that the Emperor had psychic defenses layered into the walls.
Yeah,
you could have done that, or you could have like flavored it around the City of Silence, perhaps. That would have made sense. So it's
actually,
one of the locations of Terror.
That Emperor Psychic Barrier does make a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, so as long as you gave it a little bit of flavor to justify the weird warpy shit, it would work. So that's what I'd do. Lower the cost, change the flavor in the art.
What would be the ideal cost?
I say 7.
Oh, 7. Okay, that would be interesting.
It can't attack. So, Ward is very strong on a big chunky body like that, but it can't attack. So it's really hard to leverage.
Fair enough. Oh my god, I just read Sarcasm Squad, but no. Okay, it's not. So, yours.
Right, Sarascian Squad, Inductii. 1 energy, 1/1, Imperial Fist Astartes with Reflection. So yeah, I mean, it's only got the one keyword, which usually is quite simple, but Reflection is a weird keyword, so rare feels like the appropriate rarity for it. I like that. And it's in the right faction for it, because Imperial Fists are one of the wide board, lots of Astartes matters lists. And they're also one of the legions that famously used a shit ton of Inductii because, oh my god, Horus and his entire army is knocking on our door. We need as many Astartes right now as possible. So yeah, flavor-wise, perfect. Don't like the art. You could have thrown that through a filter. I think this is Zach's card, so I can give him shit for that. Fuck you, Zach. Try harder. But no, it's I like it. There's a lot of applications for it, things you can do with it with the existing card pool.
I mean, honestly speaking, I'd say it's pretty good. There's like the Arcamus combo. There's like combo with just giving them Bastion. So yeah, I mean, if as far as the actions go, I think it shows them perfectly. Yeah, it could be better, but otherwise, I think it's pretty good.
It's the flexibility of it, being able to drop it for all the way from like a 1 to 6 energy. It can be a full board, or it can be a chump, or it can be anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool card. I like it. Yours, I believe, then?
Brother Camnus. Okay, so this is a 3 energy 4/2 drop pod. I could have sworn we have something like that.
Yeah, just not in Iron Hands.
Sons of Horus, maybe?
I think it's Emperor's Children, actually. But one, I don't know, something like that.
There was like one I definitely remember, like something similar. So yeah, this is an aggressive Iron Hands card. It's I think correct rarity because it just has the drop pod, and usually just drop pod troops, unless they do something else or have like big stats or whatever, they're usually common. Yeah, the Emperor's Children common, Transcend, you're right. So this could be a counterpart. Well, I always do like a little bit of aggressive Iron Hands troops, so I
You know
think it's
what?
alright.
I just had a conclusion for it. I didn't like it initially. Now I think about how you'd use it, and actually, Drop Pod has some very interesting interactions with Augmetics. So that's actually a lot stronger than it looks, just giving Drop Pod to this faction.
Oh, that's true, because Augmetic is going to damage the drop pod.
Yeah, so it's like pseudo health on those.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think it's especially strong, though. I think this could definitely stand to like a 4-3 probably in this stat line. But it's interesting. More interesting than I initially gave it credit for.
It is pretty damn good, yeah. I like it for multiple reasons. It's the Augmentics, it's the being like kind of a counterpart to the Emperor Children one, which I like. It's an aggressive Iron Hand troop, so yeah, why the hell not?
I don't recognize that clan name though. Did he make that up? Do you reckon? Clan. Well, I mean clan alike, but I assume it's supposed to be like Alike or some other strange pronunciation.
Alike most probably, because alike sounds weird. No, I don't remember that kind of clan, but I'm not a big Iron Hands fan, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, I mean other changes you could make, like 4-3 or give it shield. Maybe that's a very like Iron Handsy mechanic as well. Within the constraints of the competition, not much else you could really do with it, but it's interesting. Yeah, the drop pod is better than I thought. All right, mine, I believe. Oh, good lord, what is this? Okay, Galan Dion, a 0 energy warlord. I assume that's a typo, and he is a 335. Oh, off to a good start already. Saturnine Dominator, Berserk, Shield, Cleave 2, Overload 0. What is?
What?
What's with the energy? So it can overload itself to avoid attacking, but the ability does nothing.
I think what this was meant to be is just a 335. Without that, I think that's a typo. And every time he attacks, he overload is when you attack, right? So
overload is whenever you act. It doesn't have to be attack. So like the 0 energy being able to
that makes sense because you got Berserk,
yeah,
because he's forced to attack, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can forgo your attack, but it will cost you. Okay, let's evaluating this at face value instead of as a meme, because I think it's kind of semi-serious. I guess you could just make it like a disgusting aggro burn deck with him.
Yeah.
It does some pretty good control. It's kind of the same niche as Kroger, isn't it? Actually, I think about it. Like it burns the enemy down, but it also controls the board with collateral damage. The cleave instead of the random like damage pings.
So it's like Dreagher, but with a downside.
Yes, because Dreagher has no downside.
Well, didn't used to, at least. Now he kind of.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a design. I don't have much to say about that.
I do like the creativity on the ability, by the way.
Yeah, using that, because abilities are technically not really legal in this competition. Can't put any text to them, but if an ability that does nothing by itself combined with overload is an interesting combination. So yeah, kudos for that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, it just doesn't really play into Iron Warriors mechanics much. I guess you can do attrition combos with it since it's a 0 energy ability. You know what? No, the more I think about it, the more I like it. I just dislike how non-standard the design is in other ways, like the 335, the overload. Like it's all just a bit clunky, but like there's potential here. Yeah.
I'd say it's quite interesting, actually. The more I look at it, I also like it. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, what is this? But then I started thinking about it. It's pretty cool, actually, because, again, it seems like he's heavily overstated, but him getting stunned every single time he does something is huge. So technically speaking, and he's forced to do something because he's got the Berserk. So every time he, it's pretty interesting. So you either want to attack and get stunned, or if you want to conserve HP, you want to just do that overload. Because if the enemy drops a huge front line that's pretty scary, you're kind of forced to then attack it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Right. Mine, I believe. No. Hang on. I'm lost. Is it you or me?
Headsman, Jaquen, Hagar. That's a nice little Game of Thrones reference. So Headsman, Jaquen, Hagar. I think this is yours, yeah.
Right. So a 3 energy 4/3 Night Lord Astartes, common, sneak attack, and overload. So again, playing with overload is so I can see why it's showing up so much. It's all right, but it just kind of feels like it's in the wrong faction. Is the thing. I like some of the designs, but this feels like an Emperor's Children card to me. Not Night Lords. Night Lords have their own free hit mechanic. They don't need this one as well. So like the idea of like lining up the perfect shot and then getting a sneak attack hit because you've lined it up. That should just be what were they called? Those that elite devastator unit that the Emperor's Children had, the laser weapons.
I'm not sure
Sun
which
Eaters,
one.
was it? Or something like that?
Don't they still have that?
Someone in chat will say. What are they called? Come on, guys. What's it called?
I think those are the Sun Eaters, but
Maybe they do have a unit now. Yeah.
Yeah, the one is
yeah.
5/6 and deals 3 damage or something. With rally, and then there's also the.
I'll call them Sun Eaters. Why not? Someone will correct it. Sure. But yeah, Sun Eaters. It feels like an Emperor's Children card. Yeah, and because they had an association with sneak attack. It wasn't their main mechanic, but it was more theirs than others. And Wookiee is correct as well. Like that would be weak for them.
Oh, my problem here is that my problem with this card in general is that I think is too weak. Actually, because Sun Killers, yeah.
Sun Killers, that was it.
Yeah, because like it's a 3 energy 4/3, so unless you're giving it a flank with your ability, it's not really gonna do anything because 3 energy 4/3 is not a good stat line. 3 energy 3/4 is alright.
Then I suppose that's why he put it in Night Lords, because it interacts more with their mechanics, doesn't it? Because you can stealth it more easily in that faction. They're not as good at it as the Night Lord, as the Raven Guard, but they can do it quite well.
I honestly think it doesn't need the overload.
Yeah, but then it gets back to being very simplistic, doesn't it? And again, like, why is it in Night Lord? I get that it's sniper, but like they have terror. They don't need sneak attack layered on top of that, really. Not without really good reason.
I mean, Conrad had sneak attack on his transformation, so you gotta give him some slack for that.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I don't know. It feels like it could have gone in other factions. Empress Children, Raven Guard, Alpha Legion. There's other places it could be. But yeah, it's not bad design, just a little weak. I don't know if it should be common either. It should probably be rare with those mechanics. But that's a minor thing again as well. Yours, I believe?
Hired Guns. 2 energy 2/3. Hired Guns, Desperate Mercenaries. Solar Auxilia, Traitor Auxilia, Cultists. So whoever pays them. You know what? I love this. This is amazing.
My only issue is I feel like it needs to be stronger because like the stat wise, just make it a 3/3 and I think I'd be happy because like vanilla stats by themselves mean fuck all. But yeah, I like it. I like the flavor that it's everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But you know, now I take it back. It being able to do everything is fine. So 2 energy 2/3, yeah, I like it. I wish this was in the game.
Yeah, Desperate you can just play them for any one of those archetypes. So yeah, I love that.
I would say it should probably be rare or maybe even epic with that because that's a very like strange card for new players to pass. But yeah, cool card, very cool card.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to think of that. Are there any other factions that we could give it that we should give it?
I don't think so, right?
No, that's like the big 3, isn't it? Yeah. I do like that though. Yeah, that's a cool design.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
All right. Plaguebearers. 5 energy 1/6 Chaos Demon. Spreaders of Nurgle's Rot. Cleave 1, Poisonous 2, Maintenance 2. This is kind of iterating on the last concept from the contest. We liked Cleave and Poisonous combo, didn't we?
I like the art, by the way. That's crazy.
Yes, the art is great. Where'd you find that, actually? It's Chaos Demons Codex, I think?
Probably, yeah.
Let's see. It's got maintenance, so you're paying for the expensive cost. Makes sense. Poisonous, lock poison. Cleave, so you don't want to let it swing, but obviously if you kill it before it can swing, then they're not paying the maintenance, so they got that on a premium. It's still very expensive for what it does, though. That's the thing. It's you're paying 5 energy for that up front. And even if you factor in the poisonous, that's a 3/6. That's a 3/6 stat line. That's
Could be 4.
well, no, I mean if people are attacking into it, offensively trading, then it's a 3/6. Essentially. Like they take 1 damage from the hit and 2 from the poisonous next turn.
So you're suggesting maybe it should be like
4
8?
energy, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Maybe it should be a 4, yeah.
Yeah. That would work.
Well, I mean, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's an interesting design.
High poison damage is always scary, so.
Yeah. More neutral poison cards.
More Mortarion cards. Okay, so yeah.
This is the thing, see, that's the thing. You don't need to worry about that in theory, because once you have so many cards, there's only 30 slots in the deck. I do wish they'd just print more neutrals and keep printing more expansions rather than like separating them out. Because all that does in standard mode is just you cherry pick the best cards from the set. Like always, like every deck is. When you're in legacy mode, you have to make actual choices. I find myself leaving some of the good legendaries out of my decks because, yeah, they're good generic value, but they're just not good enough for this specific thing that the deck's trying to do. And I'm like, oh my god, real deck building in Horus Heresy. What happened?
I actually love that artwork. It's really good. Yeah, send it over, man. By the way, yeah, the card is pretty good. I like it. Infernus Headhunter, Chaos Assassin, 5 energy, 3/6 legend, 3/5 legendary, stealth, sneak attack, bloodthirst. Now, with those abilities, is definitely a legendary. It has low attack, so it could justify the bloodthirst on it.
No, it's too tough. With that, I mean, you got to remember it's always going to get the first hit realistically.
What about if it was 3/4?
Yeah, that would be more acceptable. I don't know. It just it feels like it does the job, but like it's just generic value. It's not a very exciting legendary, really. I mean, I guess you put it in stealth combo decks, but like that's just Raven Guard, really, isn't it? I don't know. The whole thing about the Infernuses was that they were flexible, and it's quite hard to do that with. You know what? It should have had flank and stealth. That way, you can choose to either leave it in reserve or attack immediately, depending on your needs at the time. That would have been a way to represent that within the rules of the contest.
It's pretty good though. It's all right. I don't dislike it at all. I do agree it is kind of generic, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Right. Anything else? No?
Nope.
Okay.
How about the Land Raider Karaashi?
Right. 8 energy, 8/10 Iron Hands vehicle, Primarch's personal transport. I didn't know about this. I didn't know he had a personal Land Raider. It's cool though. What's that? A Land Raider Achilles? I didn't know that they had those during the Heresy either, but I mean, I could believe it. If anyone would have them, it'd be the Iron Hands. And it's just an 8/10 with shield and frontline. And you might say, oh, but that's overstated. And I'll say, well, it's high cost and it's a vehicle. It's allowed to be. Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking like big ass vehicles, this is good.
Yeah. See, the only thing I worry is that it's not really going to do the job well enough. Is the thing, like, it's still vulnerable to hard removal, isn't it? But you know, as stats and costs go, yeah, it'll stop any attacks dead in their tracks, which is quite good.
Well, there are some things it does also really good with, like Legion's Pride and things like that. So, you know, I could see Iron Hands finding place for this.
Yeah, I quite like it. I just don't think it doesn't feel like an epic. That's all. It doesn't quite have enough mechanic. Shield and frontline. It's a bit simplistic for an epic rarity card.
So maybe rare.
Yeah, that would feel about right. Or you could, I don't know, are there any other mechanics you could add to it that would...
Maybe it could have Pride.
Yeah, but, well, just Pride by itself, it does nothing.
Just Pride, because you're proud to ride this Cadillac.
That would be kind of funny, I guess. Why not? Pride, nothing. Empty,
Pride, do nothing. Empty, just like the Iron Hands content that Games Workshop has been releasing. So
just
yes.
like Ferrus Manus's helmet.
Oh my god. Right, moving on.
Got him.
So, a Neverborn host. 8 energy, 8/8 maintenance, frontline, ward, and terror. Yikes. That's a little nasty.
That's a big boy.
I see a Sister of Battle there. They're not supposed to be here yet, but that's a minor thing.
It's timeline weirdness. We can get away with it.
Warp is beyond time, so let's just say they dragged her in for some interesting things. Anyway, what about the card itself? With ward and terror, it's a little bit toxic. But
yes, and frontline, but it does have maintenance, and it is quite high cost.
Yeah, so it's acceptable.
And
since it's neutral, a lot of others could use it, I guess.
I mean, I would slam dunk this into Lorgar if I could play it, but yeah, I don't dislike it. I feel like it feels like it's on a more useful power level than most of the greater demons. So, I'd take this over a fucking what's it called, the big fat green Nurgle one,
The Boxophel.
Yeah, that's it, Boxophel. Thank you. Yeah, I'd take it over Boxophel. It does feel like a bit of a missed opportunity though. Like, remember how from before had 4 keywords, 1 for each Chaos God. That would be nice on this Neverborn host, and it's got 3, but it doesn't have 4. So that would be nice if you had a one last one to add to it. Maybe Unstoppable to represent Tzeentch, because Frontline could be a Cornate thing. It's not normally, but they are kind of somewhat based on our.
Oh, they do have a lot of front. If you remember in the Ruinstorm, they had a lot of that on the Cornite units, so it could be.
Yeah. Also, you could up the maintenance to 4 as well to, Holy Number, Chaos God. That would probably help balance it a little bit more, because if it sticks around, obviously that it's eating a creature every turn because it's got massive attack and terror. So balancing that by actually paying quite a significant cost for keeping this on the board would be probably a bit fairer. So yeah, I would say maintenance 4, give it Unstoppable. That would be good enough for me.
Fair enough. There's also the 2 keywords on this same same line thing, but I think that's fine.
Oh no, this is just another version, isn't it?
Tiger reroll teach. I might say the rewards from the tournament I won. I haven't received it. Yeah, guys, about that. We've been having some issues with the communication with EG lately. So I'm gonna have to see what happens, because I think that might be mostly due to the fact that they're dropping new content for both Warpforge and HHL right now, and maybe they have been on a time bomb, but still, yeah, some things are not going too well in that regard. So I'll update you once I know what is up. Okay. Osmosor Kaspor, we already had that. Okay. Sergeant Crevther, 111th Clan Company. 9 energy, 8/10. Flank first strike ward. No. No.
Yeah, that was my immediate thought as well. Sorry.
No.
Why is this here? Why is it an Iron Hand? Why have you combined a free hit mechanic with flank?
No.
Do not do that.
No, and it's worded too. Oh my god. Yeah, no.
I know Iron Hands are in a rough spot right now, but no, don't do that. Cool art though.
It's very, very cool, but oh god, is this crazy? Yeah, way too much, man. Way too much. And the HPs. Yeah, so yeah, moving on.
You know what you could have done with it? Here you go. Here's how I fix it. All right, get rid of ward. No ward, not allowed. Flank, and then this breaks the rules of the contest, so I apologize, but I don't see why to fix it without it.
Get first strike this turn.
Gain first strike this turn.
That
way you have to combo it with an augmetic to get the first strike to matter.
That would be pretty good, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, right?
The ward is too much, though, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not. Also, it doesn't belong on. They don't have any pre-existing stuff. They're not especially good at defending against psychic stuff, really. I mean, they are now in the modern day, actually. They do have lore about that, don't they? Disgusted at Slaaneshi degeneracy so much that they threw them out of their mind. It was quite based. But back then, they weren't really knowledgeable about chaos.
Disgusted as much so much that they attack Raven Guard, right? So like anyway, veteran sharpshooter.
23-1, a Solar Auxilia Stealth First Striker. Okay, so it's like a reversed, interesting version of the 1/3 Sneak Attacker. I can see it. Yeah,
I think this is
going to
pretty
get one
fine.
hit in. Yeah, it's very vulnerable to AOE, which kind of balances out the higher reward that it potentially has. Because obviously, getting a free 3 damage hit is a lot better than a 1 damage hit, but it's conditional. So, yeah, I can see it. I wonder if it might still be a little strong, because Solar Auxilia as a tag does matter. Giving this Survivor with what's his face is going to be cancerous, but you know, yeah.
Giving a Survivor with what's his face was good.
Maybe 3 energy and a 3/2 would probably be a bit better for balance. I don't know, just to be safe.
I think it's okay.
This will probably be fine. Yeah, I think you're right. Cool. All right. Unless there are any late submissions, I think that's it then.
That's the one. That's it.
Well, I like a lot of the entries here.
There's quite a few good ones. Got any favorites?
Ooh, I like Pile of Rotting Corpses. I like Fourfold Chosen, but it's a bit pushed. I really like Hired Guns. I think those are my favorites. I like.
So which ones come against? Which one come again?
Pile of Rotting Corpses, Fourfold Chosen, but it's pushed. Hired Guns, Sarascian as a design is quite cool.
I'll tell you which ones I like the most. We can also discuss the other things as well. I do like the Pile of Corpses. Very original. I like Osmosor, to be honest. Kaspor.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I could see it.
It's pretty damn cool. I also do like the Sarascians. I do like the Fourfold.
Yeah.
I think Red Butchers are also pretty cool. I'm not sure if they're up there, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't dislike Red Butchers either.
Brother Camnus is also alright. Pretty good ideas there. I definitely love the Hired Guns.
Yes.
Plaguebearers are also pretty good. There's actually a lot of good submissions.
It's a bit, yeah. Plaguebearers' balance is quite off.
Sharpshooter's also pretty good.
Yeah, I don't love Sharpshooter. It's not bad, but it's
What would you argue for first place, though, is the question.
I think I'd go with Pile of Rotting Corpses, person.
Pile of rotting corpses, you say? What makes you think that?
It's just the most unique and inventive. And
it is inventive, yes.
Interesting gameplay choices.
Yeah.
You can either fight your way through it, or you can just let it decay on its own, but your opponent can do what they want while that's happening. It serves a purpose that isn't really common in the game, which is a roadblock. We don't really have roadblock cards.
Yeah, I think this is like very creative. I would agree to go with that on first place.
All right. For second, I like Hired Guns, personally.
Hired Guns. Yeah, Hired Guns are...
I just love the flavor, yeah.
Flavor is really good. I'd say I also like... there's a few I like, actually. Maybe I like Plaguebearers as well, but you did say correctly that the balance is off. I do like Osmosor. I do like Fourfold Chosen. I could agree to go with this on the second place, and the third place would be a battle, basically.
Yeah, I could see that. We could put it to a vote for the third. I mean, personally, I would probably give it to Osmosor for third, but Sarascian is very close.
Who would you give it to for the third?
Osmosor, Kaspor for the third place.
I also kind of think it's Osmosor.
It's a shame. I do really like Sarascian, but it just gets pipped, I think, which is a shame. Okay, so are we in agreement then?
Well, let's think a little bit still, and
Yeah, I like Red Butchers as well for third. It's between Red Butchers, Osmosor, and Sarascian for me.
but it's
I like Fourfold Chosen's design more, but the balance is just fucked. it's way too strong. What it is.
I think that it's first time we're on agreement for the third plate, Shad. I think it's Kaspor, yeah.
All right. Yeah, fair enough then.
So corpses, the hired guns, and the Kaspor, right?
Is this one of the first times we haven't had a legendary in the top 3 as well, actually?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's actually pretty good because the idea was very inventive, actually. So, yeah, I'm not surprised on that, to be honest. So, next one is the flavor one, right?
Yeah, I don't have any ideas for that off the top of my head. Do you have anything in mind? Or should we keep that secret?
Actually, let's brainstorm here.
All right, since we don't have any idea, we'll open it up to the 4.
Hey, guys, drop some ideas.
Yeah, give us some flavor ideas. Flavor specifically, no mechanics involved, right? Just like concepts or premises or ideas. Go, gadget, concealed turtle. Well, if anyone can do it, the Raven Guard can. Surprise, fucker. Dreadnought be upon ye.
Last time we had Assault Marines.
Yes, that was quite interesting. But we've kind of run through most of the really iconic units already for that, for Legions. Like Dreadnoughts, Terminators.
How about Possessed Marines?
Kind of narrows the field a bit, because there weren't really that
It's gonna be Sons of Horrors and Word Bearers mostly, so yeah.
Yeah, only cards that taste like strawberries. Helpful. Wings. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Well, it's
massive tank. Everybody wants, like, there's 2 votes for heavy tanks.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, yeah, people are voting tanks. I think it's clear. Tanks?
Flying stuff is a good idea, though. We'll hold that one in reserve, but I like tanks. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we could go for tanks.
What's going to be then? Like tanks, and they have to be like 8 cost or higher to be really heavy, chunky things?
Well, I don't think we should limit the cost. We could just say heavy tanks.
Yeah, that would be a mechanical element, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah, all right. Flavor design, heavy tanks. Super heavies, should we say?
Super heavy.
Vanilla, no text and traits allowed. Fuck off, Raz.
No, design just vanilla. Oh my god.
Well, I was expecting someone to go, actually, you said it can't have text anywhere, so does that mean that the name has to only be keywords as well? I'm surprised no one submitted that. I was certain someone was going to actually me.
Nothing, right? Basically, no keywords, nothing. Yeah, that could be one of the tournaments. So, guys, don't start sending yet. It's probably going to be super heavies, but we'll still think about it. And let's see if... yeah, keep an eye out for those rewards. And let me know if you finally get them, because there might be a problem with that. We'll have to somehow catch Everguild, so see how it goes. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining in.